Have you ever found yourself asking why some seniors radiate endless energy and enthusiasm for life? Waking up refreshed, moving easily, and staying mentally sharp, while others seem to struggle with daily aches, stiff joints, slow digestion, and a constant sense of tiredness. If you've ever worried that aging inevitably brings discomfort, low energy, or digestive trouble, you're definitely not alone. This is a common concern, not just for those over 60, but for their children and caregivers too. But what if we challenge that idea? What if I told you that thriving in your golden years doesn't come down to luck or expensive supplements, but could be as simple as making a single change in your diet? A small, consistent shift that, according to medical studies, may add up to 5 high-quality years to your life. Would you try it? The answer is fiber. Today's video will unlock the science behind fiber, a nutrient that most of us overlook, but that experts say is a cornerstone of longevity and lifelong comfort. You'll discover exactly why fiber is essential as you age, how it works its magic in your body, and how to easily add more of it to every meal without sacrificing flavor or enjoyment. We'll share the latest research from nutrition science, highlight simple recipes, and even include my personal story. Because I've been on this journey too. You'll see how this one daily habit can lead to more energy, lighter digestion, healthier aging, and yes, more years of doing what you love. Are you ready to reclaim your vitality and future? Let's dive in and discover how fiber can change your life, starting today. What is fiber and why it matters after 60? Let's break it down. What exactly is fiber and why does it become so much more important as we get older? Fiber is a type of carbohydrate found naturally in plants, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, seeds, and nuts. Unlike other carbohydrates, your body can't break fiber down into sugar and absorb it into the bloodstream. Instead, fiber travels through your digestive system largely intact, where it performs a host of crucial functions. There are 2 main types of fiber. Soluble fiber dissolves in water, forming a gel-like substance in the gut. It's found in oats, beans, apples, and citrus fruits. Insoluble fiber does not dissolve, helping to add bulk to stool and speed up the passage of food through your intestines. It's found in whole grains, nuts, beans, and many vegetables. Why does this matter after 60? As we age, the digestive tract can slow down. The muscles lining your intestines lose some strength, making constipation and irregularity more likely. Fiber helps regulate bowel movements, making digestion easier and more predictable. A diet rich in fiber can even protect against colon cancer, a risk that increases with age. But fiber is much more than a digestive aid. According to Dr. Walter Willitton said, a high-fiber diet is associated with reduced risk of major chronic diseases, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and some cancers. It's also key to lowering cholesterol, balancing blood sugar, and maintaining a healthy weight, all of which become more important as we get older. The longevity benefits of fiber. You may be wondering, can eating more fiber really help me live longer? The answer, supported by robust science, is a resounding yes. What does the research say? A massive meta-analysis in The Lancet, 2019, examining over 4,600 studies, found that for every additional 10 grams of fiber consumed daily, the risk of dying from heart disease dropped by 15%, and the risk of death from any cause dropped by 10%. The American Heart Association highlights that higher fiber intake is associated with lower risk of stroke, heart attack, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Fiber isn't just preventive, it helps manage existing conditions. For people with diabetes, soluble fiber slows the absorption of sugar, helping control blood glucose and preventing dangerous spikes. For those with hypertension or high cholesterol, fiber helps remove excess LDL, bad cholesterol from the bloodstream, improving heart health. What about weight control? High-fiber foods are naturally filling, but typically lower in calories. Fiber slows digestion, so you feel fuller longer. Studies show that seniors who eat more fiber are more likely to maintain a healthy weight, a crucial factor for joint health, energy, and longevity. Dr. David Jenkins, professor of nutrition science, University of Toronto, once said, "Fiber is probably the most important dietary factor for long-term health and prevention of chronic disease." The science behind fiber and aging. Let's take a closer look at what's happening in your body when you eat fiber, especially as you age. Your gut microbiome, the trillions of bacteria living in your digestive tract, plays a central role in your health, from digestion to immunity to even mood and brain function. As we get older, this ecosystem can become less diverse, leading to more digestive issues, a weakened immune system, and greater inflammation. Here's where fiber comes in. Fiber acts as a prebiotic, providing food for the beneficial bacteria in your gut. This keeps your microbiome diverse and thriving. Good bacteria digest fiber and produce short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, which reduce inflammation, strengthen the colon wall, and even support brain health. A healthy microbiome is linked to better resistance to infections, lower risk of autoimmune disease, and improved emotional well-being. The gut-brain connection. Emerging research suggests that a healthy gut may reduce the risk of dementia, depression, and cognitive decline. Dr. Emeran Meyer, gastroenterologist, professor of medicine, UCLA, once said, "A healthy gut is essential for a healthy brain, especially as we age. Diets rich in fiber support the microbiome, which in turn supports cognitive and emotional health." How much fiber do you really need? Now that you understand the power of fiber, let's get practical. How much fiber should you actually be eating? The general guideline is 25-30 grams per day for adults, according to the USDA and American Heart Association. However, studies show that most adults in Western countries only consume about 15 grams a day, barely half the recommended amount. For people over 60, getting enough fiber is even more important to keep the gut healthy and chronic diseases at bay. What does 30 grams of fiber look like? 1 cup of cooked black beans, 15 g fiber, 1 large apple with skin, 5 g, 1 cup of raspberries, 8 g, 1 2-cup oats, 4 g, 1 ounce of almonds, 3 g. It's surprisingly easy to reach your target if you make fiber the focus of every meal. Dr. Joanne Slavin, registered dietitian, professor of nutrition, University of Minnesota, once said, "Whole foods, vegetables, fruits, beans, whole grains, nuts are the best way to meet your fiber needs and bring a host of other health benefits as well." Simple, sustainable ways to add fiber to your diet. Increasing your fiber doesn't require a drastic lifestyle change. Small steps, repeated daily, can deliver massive results. Here are practical, sustainable strategies for boosting your fiber. Cakes. Start every morning with a fiber-rich breakfast. Oatmeal topped with berries, chia seeds, or flax seeds. Whole grain toast with nut butter and sliced banana. Make fruits and veggies your go-to snacks. Swap out processed snacks for apples, pears, carrot sticks, or a handful of dried figs. Leave the skin on fruits and vegetables when possible. That's where a lot of fiber resides. 3. Add beans, lentils, and legumes to your meals. Toss them into salads, soups, and even casseroles. Hummus, black bean soup, or a chickpea stew are delicious and fiber-packed. Swap out refined grains for whole grains. Choose brown rice, quinoa, bulgur, or barley. Switch to whole wheat pasta and bread. Incorporate seeds and nuts daily. Almonds. Walnuts, chia, flax, and sunflower seeds are easy to add to salads, yogurt, or cereals. Tips for success. Increase fiber gradually. and drink plenty of water to help your body adjust. Explore new recipes and keep meals colorful and varied. Dr. Michael Greger, physician, nutrition author, once said, "If there's one dietary change you can make for a longer, healthier life, it's to eat more whole plant foods, and that means more fiber." As I pause to reflect on my personal journey with nutrition and health, I am continually amazed by how one simple habit, making fiber a priority in my diet, has transformed not just my digestion, but my entire approach to healthy living. In the past, like so many others, I often struggled with sluggish afternoons, bouts of bloating, and that heavy, uncomfortable feeling that would sneak up after meals. I remember thinking it was just a part of getting older, something inevitable that I would need to accept. But then I started learning about fiber, not from a commercial or a trendy diet book, but from conversations with doctors, registered dietitians, and friends who were seeing real results. I realized fiber isn't just a number on a nutrition label. It's an entire category of foods that bring color, flavor, and vitality to your plate. Crunchy apples, sweet berries, vibrant carrots, hearty beans, and nutty whole grains. Each time I chose a fiber-rich meal, I was making an investment in myself, not just for my gut, but for my energy, mood, and resilience. It was a gradual process. At first, I simply added an extra spoonful of chia seeds to my morning yogurt. Then I began switching white rice for brown and white bread for whole wheat. Slowly, I introduced more salads, lentil soups, and fruit snacks into my routine. The transformation was not immediate, but it was undeniable. My digestion became more regular, no more days of discomfort or worry. But even more surprisingly, I noticed a profound shift in my energy levels. I no longer felt weighed down after meals, and the brain fog that used to cloud my afternoons started to lift. I woke up with more vitality, my skin felt clearer, and I even started sleeping better. Looking back, I realized that focusing on fiber taught me something far greater than the power of a single nutrient. It helped me reconnect with my body, tuning into what felt nourishing and life-giving. It made me appreciate the wisdom of small daily choices, like reaching for an apple instead of a pastry, or enjoying a hearty lentil stew rather than a processed meal. More importantly, these changes rekindled my confidence. I felt empowered, not by some strict set of rules, but by the knowledge that every little decision, every extra handful of greens or serving of beans, was a step toward a brighter, more active and joyful future. And the best part? These benefits rippled into every area of my life. I became more active, joining friends for walks, gardening with my grandchildren, and feeling motivated to pursue new hobbies and passions. My renewed energy and optimism weren't just good for me, they were good for everyone around me. In the end, eating more fiber isn't just about numbers or science, it's about honoring your body, listening to its needs, and embracing the possibilities of a healthier, fuller life. If my experience has taught me anything, it's that no change is too small, and it's never too late to begin. Over the years, I've come to understand that making the decision to add more fiber to my diet is about so much more than what goes on my plate. It's about claiming ownership of my own well-being, my future, and my sense of purpose. As I move through my 60s, I realize with growing clarity that every single day truly matters. Every meal is a chance to renew my health and build a foundation for more meaningful years ahead. Eating more fiber is, in many ways, a small but powerful act of self-love. Science tells us it can lower cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, and strengthen immunity. But for me, the most profound benefit is a sense of hope. Hope that the years ahead will not just be about surviving, but about thriving. I think about the things I want to keep doing: traveling to see old friends, playing with my grandchildren, tending the garden, learning to paint, and being present for life's precious moments. These dreams become possible not because of drastic changes, but because of small sustainable habits like fiber-rich meals that build up over time. Recent studies suggest that increasing fiber by just 5 to 10 grams a day could add as much as 5 healthy, vibrant years to your life. But those years aren't just about the number, they're about the quality. Imagine years spent with fewer doctor visits, less medication, more laughter, and more time for the things that matter. And there's something empowering about this. Joyce, in a world full of quick fixes and magic bullets, fiber is steady, humble, and incredibly effective. It doesn't require expensive supplements or restrictive diets, just a commitment to real, wholesome foods. With each fiber-rich meal, I'm reminded that longevity is built from the ground up, from the little things we do every day. I feel inspired to keep exploring, keep moving, and keep connecting. If I can encourage even one person to add more fiber to their diet and discover this sense of renewed energy and optimism, it will be a victory worth celebrating. Longevity isn't a distant hope, it's a journey we walk with every choice. Fiber is my companion on that path, and I hope it will be yours too. So now you know the real secret. Fiber isn't just a detail on your nutrition label, it's the foundation of your vitality, resilience, and joy in later life. By focusing on this one simple change, you're supporting your heart, nurturing your gut, boosting your brain, and empowering your whole body to thrive, today, tomorrow, and for many years to come. And the best part? Anyone can do this. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Just start where you are. Add a handful of berries to your breakfast. Swap in brown rice or quinoa for your usual side. Snack on nuts and fresh fruit. Try a new recipe featuring beans or lentils. As you make these small intentional choices, you'll notice the difference, not only in your digestion, but in your mood, energy, and zest for life. And the benefits don't stop with you. When you share your journey, inspire a friend, or prepare a fiber-rich meal for your family, you become a catalyst for healthy change in your community. Let's encourage each other. What fiber-rich foods are you most excited to add to your meals? What positive changes have you noticed? Please share your stories in the comments below. Your experiences could light the way for someone else. If this video inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more science-backed, compassionate advice on living your healthiest, happiest life. Thank you for spending this time with us. Remember, every meal is a new opportunity, a new beginning. Here's to living not just longer but better, together.